Welcome everybody to season 5, episode 11 of Oz Media's Motivate Me 313 podcast. We have another fun show for you today. We wanted to do this. Shout out to our guest. He was like, yo, man, we need to come on. I want to come on and share some, 90s versus 2000s thing. And I was like, you know what, man, that's actually be a fun show. And inshallah, we'll make it happen. And that's what we did. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Today's all about the ultimate debate, 90s babies versus 2000 babies. We're going to settle it once and for all right? So who had it best growing up? So let me go ahead and give a shout out to who's in the building today. We did a little twist. So first of all, Ramsey's first show this season. So Ramsey, go ahead and give yourself a round of applause. Actually, we're going to see how he do. So maybe we shouldn't even give him a round of applause. Yeah, maybe we'll wait till the end of the show. Shout out to Ramsey. Hamza T's first show of the season as well. And Yusuf. So go ahead and give them a round of applause. They're representing 2000s, but Hamza was born in 2011, 2012. How old are you, Hams? 13? Shout out to Big Hams in the building. We appreciate him. And Yusuf T, first time doing a show this year. It's been a while for Yusuf, actually.
It has been a while, man. It feels a little weird, but Ramsey, I'm confident in him. He'll do his thing.
All right. Of course, you got myself, Omar T. And then to the left is the guest that I was referring to. I might have a rule. Once you come on the show 3 times, you're no longer a guest. All right. Yeah. You're part of the family. So I just want to let you know. Welcome back. Wafi's in the building. Coach Wafi. All right. Shout out to Coach Wafi. Hamza, you better approach him as coach. Let me hear you say anything. Otherwise, we're going to have to fix that. All right. Shout out to these fellas. Again, today it's all about the debate. 90s, got myself and Coach Wafi representing the 90s babies. And then we got those 2000 babies, all right? I think it's 04 and what? 05, all right? Yeah. 04 and 05, 2000s, all right? So, inshallah, it should be a fun show. Before we even get into it, be sure to follow us on all of our socials. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Apple, and Spotify podcasts, all under Oz Media. You can find all of our platforms on our website, ozmedia313.com. Shout out to the sponsors, Juicebox, Holy Bowly, Wing Fellas, Beit El Mocha, Chillbox, Malika Kebab, Hanley International Academy, The Family Doc, GE Preparatory Academy, and Royal Kebab. Fun story, we all have some kind of relation to Hanley. They were students, I was a teacher, and Wafi was actually the soccer coach for a couple years at Hanley International Academy. So Ramsey, who's also a former student of Hanley, go ahead and give them the first shout out of the day, Hanley International Academy. And then we're going to officially get the show on the road. Shout out to Hanley International Academy.
Holy moly.
No.
You have to
try It's all right. We're going to roll with Holy Bowly.
Bowly is your go-to destination for
Shut off our mics though,
delicious
Ramsey.
sandwiches. Everything they serve is 100% fresh, and they have halal options as well. Their mouth-watering bowls are always packed to the top, so you know you're getting the most bang for your buck. They currently have 2 locations in Detroit, and you can check out all their food on their website at www.myholybowly.com.
I just want to throw it out there. That was Holy Bowly. Shout out to our good friends over there, Holy Bowly. We'll make sure we give Hanley their shout out too later on in the show. With that said, let's get the show rolling. First and foremost, Wafi, how you been, man? We got to check in with you, see how you are and what's going on, man. How you been, Wafi?
Wallah, alhamdulillah. First of all, thank you for having me again.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, man. Can't complain.
Can't complain.
Yeah.
Life's good.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, man. Shout out to Wafi. I love Wafi's mindset, man. Hatta lo, there's a million things going on. Alhamdulillah, life's good. Chill guy. You know what I'm saying? You see those memes of the chill guy? I don't know if you've ever seen them before. It's like a cartoon of a chill guy. That's Wafi, man.
I've seen this before.
That's Wafi right there. And then Hamza T, welcome back. I don't even know what was your last show. What was your last show, Hamza?
Was it the wedding show? I mean, the
Meher show. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hamza came in here with
that was a minute.
Hamza came in here with a thobe and everything. Huh? قد دورت واحد يا حمزة ولا لا?
I got a couple now.
How you been though, Hamza? Everything good?
Alhamdulillah, man. Just chilling. Living life, man.
Yeah, that's good. And then Yusuf, I know you kind of talked a little bit, but everything good with you, man?
Alhamdulillah, man. I'm just happy seeing the growth of Oz Media, man.
Yeah.
It's really showing. And I'm happy to be back, man. I'm here to share my 2 cents on why 2000s is better.
Hey, I just want to say Yusuf has been very a big reason why things are happening the way they are, because he's taken on a bigger role. So shout out to Yusuf T for doing the stuff that he does, man. So with that said, again, we're going to talk about 90s. We're going to talk about 2000s. We're going to debate which one was better growing up. And the first and foremost, all right, Coach Wafi, we're going to start off on our side. Who actually had the better childhood? Those who lived without constant connectivity, a.k.a. no internet, no phones. You know what I'm saying? Or those who never knew life without it, internet, smartphones. Who, Wafi, had the best childhood? And I'm laughing because I don't even think this is a debate, but it's okay. That's why we're here to debate it. Wafi, who had the best childhood?
Well, it's definitely us.
Yeah.
You know, it's in first. How do I say this? I think social media kind of played a big role. Internet in you know in general played a big role in communication with the new generation.
Yeah.
Back then, we didn't have no phones. You know, all my friends, if I want to see them, boom, I just have to go to the soccer field. That's it. There's no phones. You know, we only had the home phone.
Yeah.
We go to our restaurants and nobody has a phone. I had my first phone when I was a senior
Of high school.
in high school,
Yeah.
and there was still no internet. You know, back then, even the phone, you had minutes.
Yeah.
Every
Exactly.
every text, every phone call counts.
Yep. You had to make it count.
Exactly. You only
After 9, you get it free.
Yeah.
After 9 o'clock.
after 9, we all sleep. After
Yeah,
9,
yeah, yeah.
You know, I think life was more enjoyable
Yes.
in many terms.
Yeah.
Like I said, we go to a restaurant nowadays.
كل واحد.
You feel like you're sitting alone.
Yeah.
Back then, we used to enjoy a McDonald's burger. You know?
Yeah.
We just sit down, talk. You know, talk about our days. You know what we did in school, about our next soccer game. But now you feel like it's boring.
Yeah.
It's just,
Let me just add on to this. So let me give you a funny story. So growing up, we had no phones, like he said. So whenever we wanted to go outside, it was literally like just like an unwritten rule. You met up at the soccer field or us, it'd be like, we come outside at 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? After school, just come outside. Eventually everybody comes outside. Us and our cousins, Ibrahim and Musa and them, who are like our next door neighbors, we actually had a call, from the window. We'll call, like, let's come outside. And we used to go, cuckoo! Wallah, I'm telling you, I think I'm joking. We used to go, cuckoo! And we used to hear it and open up the window, be like, hey, we can't come outside yet. Or, all right, we're about to come outside right now. You know what I'm saying? And so that was the way that we kind of communicated without, getting our parents involved, because you know how sometimes our parents will make it harder than it needs to be to go outside. So we used to hit them with that line, and then, they hear the sound, you come outside, and that's the way we communicated. But yeah, like Wafi said, man, like it was just straight human to human interaction.
exactly.
Yeah.
Nothing else. And like, wallah, I'm part of the problem now when it comes to technology. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am. I'll be at restaurants, posting something, or, reaching out or getting phone calls. And it's crazy to think that we had none of that growing up. So like we literally used to sit there, either we talking to each other or we're looking around and, looking at the menu while we're eating, like looking at something or just, communicating. And now it's just, like yesterday, my daughters, we have a strict, iPad situation with them, but we do on weekends let them go on the iPads. Yesterday, they're eating and the iPad's in front of them the whole time. And I don't mind that, but I'm just saying, like, that's just the norm. That's just the norm. So,
Yeah.
what y'all got for us, Yusuf?
Let me start off, Hamza. So, everything you guys said was cool and all that, blah, 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 everything. Yeah, you guys, no phones, no whatever, internet. You guys were to go outside, but just think of it as like a human nature, human sake. Humans always want to upgrade, always want to do better. And everything you guys said is what 2000s baby could do, but more. So back then in the 90s, yes, you guys were limited to simple things. In 2000s, we could do, like I said, what you guys could do and more. So that being waking up, going downstairs, watching TV shows before school, being on your phone, looking up the news, anything you need before school, texting or calling people, anything, like literally that, having that, having that, like availability is way better than, of course, just going outside and doing whatever, checking out the time whenever you need on your phone. And that's why I believe 2000s is way better childhood. It's way better experiences.
How you want to add on to that, man?
So okay, like what are you considering like childhood? Like what's like the age limit? Like age,
It could be early teens. too.
early teens. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like my childhood was different. I ain't gonna lie. Like I was like a 90s baby. I'm not gonna lie. I had no technology. I was always outside with my friends in my street. But other than that, yeah, like what you said, I agree. We have more things that we could incorporate in our lives to make everything easier. But yeah.
You know what you guys never got a chance to experience? And I know Coach Wafi's going to agree with me on this one.
I have.
Well, what is it?
I'm about to tell you guys. waking up in the morning to check if schools are closed on the television.
Channel 7, right? Was it Channel 7?
I couldn't.
Yeah.
We
Hey.
used to do that, bro.
Bro, y'all get text messages the day before. Quantum
Okay.
Daddy,
That
there's
was-
no
that was
school.
me. Hey,
Nah.
when I was at Bridge in Hanley, I promise you I had it too.
Hey,
Especially 6th grade. I remember.
stop it, man.
I'm so serious.
We used to run downstairs, and then we had to wait for Wayne County because they do it by county.
I think my years are less. Yeah, I promise you.
So we go wait by the television screen, and we go in alphabetical order. And once that H came, I think Harper was, or maybe I forgot what city was before us. And then we see him try to make we start celebrating and going crazy, and then go right back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes stay up, but they never got a chance to experience that, man.
And one more thing, when you said his generation is upgraded,
Yeah.
sometimes upgrading is downgrading.
Oof.
How?
Because, like I said, your generation lost communication.
Oh, how?
One-on-one
Like,
communication,
You have.
person-to-person communication.
Go to any restaurant, any coffee shop,
Yeah.
anywhere. 80% of the people sitting there are on their phones. Just go one day, experience it, sit with your friends for 1 hour. I bet you 10 minutes out of that 1 hour you would talk. The rest, like he said, he'll be in a restaurant, doing stuff. I do photography.
Yeah.
So I look at my screen time, it says 10 hours.
Oh
I was
yeah, it's
like,
scary, wallah.
Yeah.
That's
10
screen time.
hours?
Yeah, it's crazy.
If I sleep 8
Yeah.
and then 10 on the phone, what do I have left?
Sick.
But you see what you're doing though. You're doing it for work. You're being productive.
Still,
There's a difference between doing stuff productively and then just doing it for no reason.
but still,
Yeah, it is.
back then we used to do work still one-on-one communicating.
Yeah.
Like I said, we did upgrade,
Right.
but it took a lot from us. It took away a lot from us. That's what I believe personally.
Yeah, it's scary. The screen time is this. I ain't gonna lie. I try not to even see that number no more, man, because I'd be like getting mad at myself.
I
when
turned
see
that
it.
boy off.
Yeah. I don't want to see it. But you were about to say something when he was saying something. I know you were about to check whatever called.
He was saying how, if you're in a restaurant, they'll spend most of the time on the phone. I mean, like I said, it just depends on like your friend group, you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like my friend group, like we're more talkative in person. Like we're always putting our phones down, we're talking because I mean, if we're going out a lot, okay, maybe. But if it's like once a week, okay, we have things to talk about. We're not on our phones a lot. So like I said, it just depends on who you're hanging out with.
Good points. All good points. All right, let's move on to the next one, okay? Which generation actually has it tougher economically, and how does that shape the way you see the world? So economically, now to back then, who had it or has it tougher? We'll let you guys start this one. Any one of you guys. I don't care who it is. Who had it tougher?
Oh, and us for sure, man. Because
All right, why?
because like okay, so like now with AI and everything, man. So like the schools are adapting itself. So yeah, we use AI, but now they're using AI trackers and they're using things to prevent that. So now we actually have to think again and actually learn.
No, there's no. You go ahead. Finish up.
Everybody said we had to think again.
Yeah.
See what I'm
No,
saying?
because,
That's
like,
that's another downgrade.
I must have stopped saying that. Think again. But go ahead.
I'm so over 2 right now, man.
That's it, man.
Yeah, Yusuf, what do you guys say?
I mean, when it comes to economically, I still agree with Hamza. We definitely have it worse. And it's not by a huge margin. It's actually closer than you think. Like Hamza mentioned some great points, but think about it like this. Economically, we have obviously more opportunities with social media and everything like that. So it gives us more of a. I believe having more opportunities means that you're more into overthinking. So back then, there's something like, for example, you have jobs, mandatory, easy to do, go ahead and do it. But now with all these extra stuff, I think it's tougher for us to choose and make sure it's the right choice.
Wafi, you want to start off on this one? Who has it tougher? So I'm not gonna lie to you. When I think this, I think of like the price of everything. You know what I'm saying? And I think it is tougher for the newer generation because of like the housing market, the prices of groceries, the prices of everything. The price of everything just has skyrocketed all around. Now, the only argument that I think we had growing up is people didn't used to pay as good as they do now, and so that's why things were not as expensive because people weren't making as much money as people can make now at certain positions. That it could be the same position, but you look at it 20 years ago till now, it probably boosted up $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, that same position. So I'm this one right here. I was close to avoid the question because it was gonna a little bit favor them, and I was like, man, I can't give them no whatever call. But I would say, times are different. I think there's more opportunities for them to do stuff. Like what you said, social media, man. You literally could be at home making money. Because of social media and the impact of it. So I think this one right here is like, yeah, this and this, this and this. But that's my thoughts.
Yeah, so you're right. So it goes for both.
Yeah.
Like you said, we used to make people used to, now you work at a gas station, for instance, you make $800 to $1,000. Back then, $400.
Yeah.
But I remember when I used to go soccer tournaments on Saturdays, $4 was good. 4 bags of chips,
Yeah.
2 Kit Kats, 4 drinks. A bag of Oreo.
Yeah.
Well, I'm good. But now you guys have more opportunities than what we did back then. Don't forget, we had the recession too.
Yeah, we did.
In our 20s.
Yeah.
So that impacted us too. Now you guys can make so much money through social media. You can make money of anywhere. How many in our generation? How many people in their 20s had businesses? Barely any.
Barely.
Now,
a lot of them.
you see what I'm saying? How many people that are young own food trucks or restaurants or, whatever it is. So yeah, I mean, it goes both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were making a little bit of money, but everything was cheap. Now you guys, make good money, but everything's expensive.
Yeah.
Like he said, now how much does a house cost here? In 2008, I'm trying to make a house go $35,000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now
200, 250.
minimum.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, like you said, this subject goes both way. Yeah.
Yeah. It goes back and forth. So we'll let y'all slide on this one. I don't think y'all got the dub, but we'll give y'all a tie.
I thought y'all just meant like academics, like just like school.
I said economically. I didn't say academically.
I heard academic. Academics.
Is that what I said?
Yeah, no, you're right. You said the right thing.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just.
That boy, hey, you know what? Ham is off a couple hours of sleep, guys. Forgive him. You know what I'm saying? All right, next one. Which generation had more freedom, and does that freedom even matter anymore? So, which generation has more freedom? We'll start on our side. I don't know if you want to start. You want me to start? It's up to you.
They do for sure. They had now in terms when we say freedom.
Yeah.
Are we talking about like parenting and all that, or overall?
Let's just go with overall.
Overall, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they have it way. I mean, now what I'm saying is, growing up, my dad had to know who my friends are, where do I go. I mean, he knew. What I'm saying is now, how many kids you see in the streets
Okay.
doing whatever, and their parents don't know where they at.
Let's talk about as a whole.
As a whole, I'm not talking about individually. But I'm saying as a whole, how many people that running the streets? How many people in our generation? How many people were caught doing something or in jail, or now it's just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You see people in the parking lot not doing nothing. Police comes every single day. We didn't have that, So I think we had it a little bit tougher because our parents now. Every generation that comes by, they loosen up a little bit.
Yeah.
So let's say now I'm a little bit loose on my son. All right, he'll carry it and be a little bit more loose
On his
kids.
Yeah.
So our parents came from a tough background, so they were on us. Anything we do wrong, boom, they come out of nowhere. Grab you out of no. Like, how do they know? We don't know. But now they're busy with making money. They're busy doing their own thing. So I think we had it a little bit tougher. I'm not saying you guys don't, but I feel like we had it more tough because they were tough on us. Now parents are a little bit more lenient about things. Yeah, it's okay. Let them do this. Let them do that. Let them, We didn't have cars to go anywhere we want. Back then, if you want to smoke, I don't smoke, and I don't. But if you want to do something, smoke a cigarette, you have to go 32 miles just so nobody can see you from the community.
Yeah.
Now, do whatever you want. Nobody cares.
There's 26 hookah shops in Hamtramck.
Thank you. We had none.
So listen, that's a great point you brought up because I wasn't looking at it from that point of view, but now that you say that, I agree to that point. And now even talk about like raising your kids, like for instance, like look at our daughters/sisters. They got a lot more freedom I think now than they do back then. Just thinking of my own sister, we made her go homeschool, first year, and it was not easy for her just to go to high school. Yeah. Now, people are graduating masters, doctorate degrees, and stuff like that. So I guess I didn't look at it from that perspective. What I looked at it was how our parents, kind of like, how we went outside. we had no communication. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they knew where we were at, but it wasn't like they knew exactly our specific, every single move that we did. Whereas now it's like, you can track them on your phones and stuff like that. So this is one of those, again, I feel like, you can go either way. So we're going to let you guys see if y'all could sway the argument in any way possible. So who do you think has more freedom?
Go ahead, Yusuf.
I'm similar to what you said towards the end. I think that you guys have more freedom because if you said the tracking part. I'm just talking about us like when people are outside and kids. But yeah, when it comes to more freedom, 2000s, the major variable is the phone. Like you could do so many more things with the phone, and having that it's just possible to communicate any single way.
Which is not a good thing sometimes, you know that. Having freedom on the phone is not, to me, for growing up and younger kids, is not a good thing having that much freedom.
If you're looking at a majority, yeah, it's not that good. But I mean, go ahead, continue.
I think he was done, but go ahead.
More freedom. I think it's us, man. Actually, no, my bad. It's tough. No, you're right. It's tough. It goes back and forth, especially because the recent times, freedom of speech is not really so much of freedom. In these recent times, I gotta watch what I say. But I feel like we have more freedom. You guys have freedom too, but it's just all depends. Like I said, who you hang around with. Are you doing the right things on the phone? It all depends. How do I explain it? Are you limiting yourself? We have phones, we have everything, in our hands, but it all depends on limitations and how you use it.
I mean, let's be honest right now. Overall, and I don't even know if this is you guys win by having more freedom. I don't even know who wins this conversation. I don't know if we're trying not to have freedom or we are, because if you think about it, coffee shops never existed. And let's be honest with you, these girls are not coming out like this, going out to the coffee shops, guys, the free mingling. So it was not happening at all growing up.
Which is very sad.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
Yeah.
The thing that bothers me the most is saying, oh, we forget where we came from. Yeah. That doesn't apply on a lot of stuff. We came from a bad background in terms of being in a poor country. Yeah, educate yourself, do better. Do better in the community, not by dressing up. Like what people wants to dress. Not. I don't. Sometimes going to a coffee shop and you feel like you in a fashion show.
Mm-hmm.
It bothers you. Back then we didn't have none of this. Like you said, we didn't. Which I don't want to make it sound bad, but at the same time, every girl you're seeing, that's your sister. You know what I'm saying? You will have a daughter. You have a sister. You look at them as, do I want this from? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's.
Yeah.
We had nothing like that. I remember back in high school, when we were in high school, we had about 10 Yemenis in our school.
Yeah, you can.
Our sisters.
Yeah.
Well, but now, no.
Milan, full of school,
which is fine.
Yeah.
But you gotta protect them.
Yeah,
you have to be. We have to be the protector, not the other way around.
Yeah.
Which is it's bad, and I hope it doesn't get worse.
It's like that one saying, men used to go to wars and now they're in coffee shops drinking matcha.
Yeah.
By the way, matcha is all right, man. Stop. Don't be trying to go hard on matcha, dog. Let's take a quick break, Ramsey. This time around, hopefully give a shout out to Hanley International Academy. If Ramsey messes up this time, we will fire him on the spot. I just want to let y'all know, all right? Shout out to Rams, Hanley International Academy, and we'll keep things rolling, man.
Let's be honest. If you're looking for the place that has the best K-8 school for your child, then the choice should be easy, and that's Hanley International Academy. Hanley International Academy is a school that treats every student and staff like their own family. It's even in their vision statement, educating your child like our own. The academics there are great. The athletics there are great. Thank you to the staff and administrators at Hanley for educating our leaders of tomorrow. To learn more about Hanley, you can visit their website at hanleyacademy.com or call them at 313-875-8888.
Yo, turn it off.
We're back. All right, guys, we're back. It's been fun so far. It's been fun. We gotta make sure. I don't know if we're keeping score. We're just kind of debating. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, the last question, I don't even know if having more freedom is the flex. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if
No, it definitely is the flex.
it is the
It has
flex.
to be the flex.
Nah, I don't. It's a tough
Come
question,
on,
man.
man. Would
Okay.
you rather be locked up or be free, bro?
Listen, it depends on like what's your meaning on freedom.
Yeah, like Wafi was bringing up a great point. Like you don't want that freedom,
Yeah.
but you do want to have the freedom, you know, to be able to do, you know, what you want, but also take into consideration how you were raised, you know, and where you're coming from. So that's why, like, it's hard to like say which one was right or wrong. So next one, which era had better entertainment? This is fun. And did waiting for things like new episodes make them more special or just more annoying? So entertainment, by the way, you know, it could be movies, it could be TV shows. I was gonna say sports, but the next question is sports, so we're gonna save sports. So imagine movies, imagine TV shows, imagine how things were back then in terms of waiting for the shows and the movies to come out to now, where it's like you could watch a whole series in one day. So who wants to start? I don't care who starts anymore. Who wants to start on this one? Y'all want to start this
Yeah,
one?
I'm gonna start off clearly. Younger generation or 2000s wait is killing entertainment by far. As you mentioned, bro, Netflix you could watch a whole show in one day, a whole TV series. And when it comes to movies, movie theaters, you guys are probably gonna say, oh, we had these like Fox theaters growing up and all that. But like I said before, when we started the show, everything y'all had, we have it still today, and it's better. So entertainment by far, I'm gonna stick with this.
Okay, is that a good thing though that you guys can watch a whole
Yes, it is,
season
because
in one day?
No, let me tell you why. It's an option. It's not like you have to do it, but you have the option to do it.
If it's sitting right there in front of you, you know dang well you're gonna click next episode whenever it pops up.
It's that dopamine. It's once that dopamine hits, you know, you're gonna continue watching it. But no, I agree with you. Yusuf. It's entertainment is a lot, but also too much of something is not good.
There you
know?
go.
Yeah, that's
like I
a
said,
different question.
too much, too much fruits. You know, fruits is good, but if you eat too much of it, it's not good for you.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, but mainly we have the better entertainment for sure. We have all these new shows, these new games, all the newest technology. But yeah,
Do we take the L?
Also-
Do we
also,
take the
hold
L on this one, Wafi?
No, we don't.
Okay.
but
Because ours tastes
Well,
better.
Okay.
Something that you can't reach,
yeah, okay.
you want to go to it, right?
There you go.
So back then, we had the movie coming out every Friday, right?
Yeah.
You see people lined up in MJR. I'm talking about lined up waiting for them, you know, for buying tickets. Now, like you said, you go on Netflix, you want to watch a movie, you just flip. Which movie should I watch?
That's
20 minutes passes by, and you haven't chose one because you have so many options. Back then, we had no options. Whatever comes out, you're watching it. You like it, you like it, you don't like it. Which is, to me, it was good. Why? Like you said, the more options, the worse it gets. Remember Video 22
Yes.
on Conet?
Man, listen, those are the, they don't know. Hey, and you know what? I know growing up, they kind of experienced it because Netflix came out like what 20. When,
I don't know,
yeah.
2013,
So
2012.
while y'all were still kids, I guess y'all didn't have Netflix, but it's like now y'all got it. And so,
Y'all got it too.
yeah, I'm just saying, like growing up though,
Yeah.
when y'all were still kids, y'all didn't have it.
Remember we used to.
That's what I'm saying.
No, hold on. We used to do Redbox
Yeah,
on
Redbox used to have that little, you know, Redbox would be outside of CVS. You go there, you have to just pick a movie and whatever. But you go back a little further. Remember, we had to drive to 9 Mile just to get a
Yeah,
movie.
that's crazy.
We drive all the way to 9 Mile. You go get the movie. You know, pick a movie, get popcorn, and hang out with the family. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's a great experience. But going back to the shows, like I wasn't a big show person. My whole life it's either movies or sports. Like that's all I used to watch. But if there was a show, like for instance wrestling, you know, man, I know it's like that now. I think maybe I don't even know how wrestling works now, but you used to watch wrestling and you couldn't wait till next week it comes back on. And it was like, stop what you're doing, man. Wrestling is coming on. You know, that weekend, because I think it was on Mondays or something. So I'd be school Saturday and Sunday. You know what I'm saying? We're getting hype about wrestling. Where people wrestling each other, acting like they're these characters. And Monday comes around. You know, it's kind of like Monday Night Football in a way where like that's what everybody's watching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, listen, hold on. I'm about to be Ahmed right now with this
Oh, here we go.
argument. My man's talking about waiting a week. My man, you wait every Sunday for Red Zone. Like that's the biggest entertainment 2,000 people have for football wise, and that's amazing. As you mentioned,
Yeah, that's an
wrestling-
argument for me. What do you mean it's
No,
against
'cause-
me?
No, you're saying that I'm talking about for 2000s having like we have what you said that you have.
Yeah,
Bro, y'all got
And-
football on Sunday, Monday, Thursday now. We never used to
Exactly.
have that.
And you can
So
always go
that's
back
better.
to it.
That's entertainment. That's
if
better.
if you miss a game, you miss a show, you can go on YouTube and watch it again.
Yeah.
If you miss it, it's game over.
Yeah, it's over.
But that's part of the entertainment, guys. Having the opportunity to see whenever you want, like that's all part of entertainment.
That's why I keep asking you, is that a good thing?
yes, because
To have
you
all that
have-
access.
You have the whenever you want. That's the main thing. The main 3 words. And there was another part I was gonna say. Oh yeah, when you're talking about the wrestling stuff, all these UFC title cards is another part of it. Entertainment, waiting for a UFC card, and
I mean, we used to wait for boxing matches, so
Yeah,
that's,
that's the
they
same
cross
thing,
each other
like-
out in that way.
not entertainment by far, man. It's still 2000s is just more advanced, and like just social media, just having these apps as well. Like for example, TikTok came in 2020, or I think a little years before that, and it just blew up. Another form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I mean, the argument is that actually a good thing? Like having all that access, and Wafi's shaking his head no, and then you guys are saying yeah, and that's I think the main question of this debate, because the entertainment, I think, don't get me wrong, there's more options now, but is more good. There's a famous line, less is more, which is but
I think you guys are arguing the satisfaction of having less and of having that feeling. For example, you mentioned only on Fridays I get to go to like having that satisfaction of going to see it. Yes, I would probably say it's a little less here because we are more privileged with that, with more stuff. But I'd still rather take the more things.
and you know what? Let me ask you guys another question. The quality of
It's
the
still better
shows
now. Come on, man.
and the movies. I'm talking about like the quality of the plot, not the actual
okay,
vision,
okay.
the HD.
See that with there, I do like some older movies.
Yes.
That's number one.
Like think
Um,
about the shows, Fresh Prince,
Yeah.
Martin. Like you're never gonna get those shows ever again,
But
bro.
listen, I ain't gonna lie when it
Like
comes to,
till this day, you can people rewatch those episodes because of how great of the shows were.
Number one show that I'm thinking about is Friends. People still watch and all
Friends.
that. But like Breaking Bad is still. I mean, that was 2000s more. But when it comes to movies, though, like when it comes to superhero movies, though, 2000s is killing it.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
older stuff, because superhero movies comes with quality, comes with HD, comes with. I think 2000s actors were better too than older 90s actors and actresses. But yeah, that's that.
But I think like like every movie we watched back then, every show had a story.
Right.
Now you watch a movie, some movies you're lost. Like, what's the story behind this? Even cartoon had stories, meaning they'll teach you stuff. Now it's the other way around. They'll take you away from what you're doing.
Yeah.
They'll brainwash you.
Yeah.
Now who wants to? I don't want to watch watch a movie that's about aliens and spaceship and whatever. Back then, all the movies were actual stories that you enjoy. For instance, one of my favorite movies is Coach Carter.
Yeah.
It's based on a true story,
Right.
and it's a good story. Now, what I'm watching right now is Cop of Beverly Hills. I forget the guy's name, man. I'm bad with names. It's 1980 something. It came out in 1989.
Yeah. Eddie Murphy.
Beautiful. You watch it like it's one story, and they're trying to solve it. But now you feel like you're watching a movie, and you're just like one story there, one story there, one story here. You're lost. You don't. I feel like we had more entertainment.
I think
think,
more hits.
but-
So going back to that, like
thing,
think about how much the reruns that are trying to come out now from old school movies, because people are running out of ideas, and just kind of makes you
No,
wonder.
real quick, your mention the first movie is always better in my opinion than the second or third. Let's say they make a trilogy. I always believe the first, like for example, Space Jam, the first one, killing the second one. Avengers, Infinity War, it'd be Endgame. That's just examples. But you made a point, Wafi, and
I messed you up on it.
yeah,
huh?
you did mess me up. Just we can go next question.
Yeah, yeah.
But I explained my point why entertainment is far better, and yeah.
Okay.
Continue on.
Sports. This is the one. All right. This is the one that
Just give us the point already.
Which generation had better sports, or just quality of sports, and the players and everything else? Wafi, he said just give him the point. Are you gonna give him the point on this one?
No.
Why? Go ahead, talk
Well,
to
I
us.
mean, in our days was different.
Make sure I went with the microphone. Yeah.
It was hard to watch sports back then. At least soccer. I was a big Pistons fan.
Yeah.
But always soccer's my top sport. But back then it was hard to watch. There was no internet. You can't go to you can't go to YouTube and watch the highlights. Only YouTube what came out 06
I think around there,
around that.
early 2000s, something like that.
But sports is it's different. I feel like now it's more. It's not just a throw a ball and go play. Now it's education. So I think sport now it's way better. It's better than how it used to be.
Listen, and I'm just gonna double down on it. Yes, the athletes are better because of just everything that is involved: the medicine, the healing, the preparation, like you said, the education. But the style of play,
Yes,
like how
it's
many
so bad.
times, how many times do you hear people say, "Man, I miss the old school game"? Like, I hate the NBA that people are averaging 120 points per game. The Pistons held 70 games out of the 82 teams scoring 90 or lower. Hamza. 70 out of the 82 games, 90 or lower.
Like recent times.
04 Pistons team.
Oh, okay.
The 04 Pistons team that he was referring to. Like, to score 90 in an NBA game, they're firing their coach now, pretty much. How embarrassing that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, teams are averaging 120. Like that's crazy. And I'm not a fan of that. I like the defense, the old school, the rough housing. Are the players better? Yeah, they are. I mean, like, dude, some of these guys, ridiculous. But
Go ahead.
the style of play, and then like football, the hitting, oh my God, you thought somebody was going to die on the field over they used to let them hit each other. Now you touch a quarterback after he threw a pass, 15-yard penalty. You know what I'm saying? You push him down and he already threw the ball, 15-yard penalty. Beforehand, I swear there were some players that would literally try to take your head off if you catch the football, and now you're not allowed to do that, and so that's the part I miss. Now, are the players better and is the game overall maybe better? Yeah. I just think the style of play, I do miss that old school, rough and tough, mindset where, these dudes was going to it was going to be hard to score points. I remember the final score of like some games were 77 and 72. That was the final score of an NBA game. Now that's halftime. Wallah, you see halftime, people are scoring 75 points.
We have players in the NBA I don't know if this is the best start to it, like scoring 40 a game easy, 50 a game easy. Like Austin Reeves scored 43 times, I think.
All-Star game used to only hit 100.
Yeah, the All-Star games used to be like 102 to 97. You know what I'm saying?
You're talking about McGrady, Kobe, all those stars.
And they're playing defense. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All-Star games now, it's like let the guy shoot a three-pointer, they're wide open. Like, it's bad. Well, I hate the All-Star games now, to be honest.
You know what? I think it kind of got softer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely did.
I don't watch a lot of football. I feel like watching a 4-hour game is not it for me. Basketball, I like basketball. But yeah, soccer back then, you get hit, you get up and keep going.
Yeah.
You break a leg, okay, take you to the side and keep playing.
Right.
Now, it's a 90-minute game. Now, sometimes they add another 10, 15, 20 minutes. VAR, let's check, let's go back. Now it's becoming more business.
Yeah.
Back then, we used to have wingers that, dribble 6, 7 players and score a volley, Now, pass, score. So it kind of got more boring and it's a little bit soft, especially here in the U.S.
Sorry about that, but go ahead. Keep. Were you done with that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, go ahead. Y'all turn, guys.
About sports?
Yeah.
Sports are way better in this generation, man. There's even new sports, bare knuckle boxing. You got, UFC's even at an all-time high right now. You got slap boxing. You got slap competitions. All the
Dumbest
sports
sport in the world, by the way.
Yeah, it is, but,
Yeah.
I can't believe people will go there and sign up and be like, yeah, go ahead. You can slap the crap out of me.
Listen, I would do it. But if he's not knocked out the first hit, I'm quitting. You know what I'm saying?
So you get a hit, but he don't get to hit you.
Bro.
I think, go ahead.
Nah, but I agree with one point you said is that this generation is softer. I'm not gonna lie. Throughout the years, it definitely got softer. Like with sports, there's more rules on how hard you can hit, and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely softer.
All right. I don't think it got softer. I think the rules got softer for sure, but not the players. As you guys mentioned, NFL, NBA, they regulated these new rules. NFL roughing the passer, it's crazy now. But the players still want to play, and they're still coming from a background from all cultures within high school and college to be that strong-minded athlete. So I think it's the professional, at the referees, and that's just that's up to that. But to answer the question, sports by far completely better when it comes to You mentioned athletes, athletically better. I think Tom Brady is not as good as he is. Like you guys saying he's amazing, but he's just he's a non-mobile quarterback. I think Lamar would be just as good on the Patriots team with that defense. And when it comes to athletics, more popularities now is better. Sport, like people love sport. You have people from all over the world watching football now. And I think sports is by far better. It's not even close. You guys try to make it close, but it's not close.
Don't ever disrespect Tom Brady, by the way.
Hold on, you said.
Give me a guy in the NBA that can do what Shaq used to do.
You keep saying, bro. Shaq was a specimen. Nobody. Give me a guy Wimby could do. Like I can go back and forth. It's just those players are generational. It is what it is. Jordan today he wouldn't be as good as he is, as you guys are saying.
What?
LeBron is
Don't
better
do
than
that.
Jordan.
Don't do
What?
that. Don't
Come
do
on,
that.
I'm so serious.
Don't do that, Yusuf.
Bro, Jordan played.
Jordan
bro,
actually
stop it.
can pass any test. All right, don't mention Jordan. You can mention other people. Don't mention Jordan.
Come on, man.
He's good.
Bro.
Very good.
Listen, I was gonna talk about how you said the players aren't soft. Let's mention LeBron James.
He's not soft.
He's soft, bro.
Did you not watch him in the 2000s? He killed Detroit. I'm what it always tells me about.
Nah, bro. You see, like recent times, he barely gets tapped. Oh, he's on the floor.
See, that's accounting to the refs because the refs are now blowing more whistles. They're doing that like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
because he's over exaggerating though.
No, he's doing that to get into the line because that's how the rules are in today's game. It's not the players, it's the rules.
But it starts. I coach middle school and high school. That's where it starts.
Yeah.
You touch a player, it's a foul.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a foul for me, but I tell the ref, yo, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's just a touch. The guy's not dead.
Yeah.
Keep playing. Why, treating them soft in middle school, then they go to high school, you treat them soft as well. A 16, 17-year-old kid gets tackled. So what? Then you go to college, more regulation, more rules. You get to NBA or whatever, same thing. Now you let's say you're used to being soft. You see me, you touch me, oh, I'm fouling a girl. No. So that's what I'm saying. That's where it starts.
I agree. Great conversations. We're already moving into the last third. Ramsey, let's go ahead and give a shout out to our good friends over there. Even let's keep it with the schools. GE Preparatory Academy, Ramsey. So let's go ahead and give a shout out to GE Preparatory Academy, and then we're moving into the last third of the show. Shout out to GE. GE Preparatory Academy. You have a kid that wants to work but can't because they have to go to in-person classes? Sign them up for GE Prep. You have a kid who plays travel sports and doesn't have time to attend in-person learning? Sign them up for GE Prep. GE promotes mastery of the 21st century skills, literacy, integration of technology, problem solving, and inquiry thinking. The GE mission focuses on what it considers to be essential character traits for the development of the whole child: respectful, responsible, tolerant, collaborative, creative, curious, empathetic, and ethical. It is the goal of GE to graduate students with the skills and character traits needed to be successful in college, work, and life. Online learning is the new way of learning. You can sign your kid up for GE Prep by going to their website at ge-edu.com. All right. This one is a great one. All right. So, which generation built stronger friendships? Does constant connectivity make relationships better or just more exhausting? And what we're referring to is technology, phones, WhatsApp, message groups. Nowadays you can have a conversations with people every day in an instant.
Yeah.
So that's what it means by, does that make it better or is it exhausting? So basically, which generation built stronger friendships?
That kind of goes both ways. I mean, I think in our days, it was stronger because we did not have distractions. So your friends you're with every day. Somebody that's not your friend, you're not with. Here, you could be on your social media texting somebody on the other side of the world. You're laughing at something that you're not even laughing about. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, yeah, like I said, it goes both way.
Listen, I'm gonna say for sure back then, because
Whoa.
yes, let me tell you why. I think social media made everything fake. I think that people are lying about their lives. They're living a life that they're not really actually living. Those pictures are fake. Those comments under someone's pictures are fake. Everything to me is like it's a competition, where I'm trying to show off why I got this and this person doesn't have it. Like back then, you know, you knew how somebody felt because they were right there in front of your face. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like they're gonna either like you or they're not. And it was genuine conversations. And again, this goes back to technology. We weren't on our phones having, you know, we weren't on our phones while we're sitting next to each other. Like we was playing sports, you know, we was riding our bikes, or, you know, we were just chilling, kicking back on the porch, just talking to each other, you know? So to me, when you talk about genuine friendships, I'm not saying that you don't have 100,000 followers and friends on Facebook and blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about genuine friendships. We all know phones are distractions. Social media is the biggest distraction when it comes to your phone. So to me, in the social media, like, I mean, I don't know how y'all feel about it. I look at it like it's fake. It's a fake world that we live in. It's social media, because there's that, and then there's your reality. And how many times we see relationships, you know, and then you actually know about it. You hear about it 3 months later, they're divorced.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, so to me, and we could even dive into the relationship part. Like, how much times do you hear that social media was the reason why that these people broke up or they divorced each other? So it's like the genuine relationships to me definitely was happening back then, and the friendships. I mean, that's just my opinion, obviously. Go ahead. It's y'all young fellas.
I don't think they have anything.
No.
Hey, I'm sorry. I can't throw a curve. But hey, I'm just ready to agree with him.
I was ready to go after Wafi before you. Just repeat the question one more time. Sorry, go ahead.
I guess it's basically which generation built stronger friendships.
Okay. Stronger friendships. It is I have to say 2000s again, man. Hamza, we have to agree with you. Listen, when it comes to better
Hamza, please
Nah,
agree.
he's not. He's not.
No, I agree.
better friendships, like you guys were saying it, of course, you guys had it more in person and everything. Friendships now, you could text somebody, let's go meet up in person. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always, there's always something I could counter argument with you guys, but you could call somebody on the go. That's pretty much like
We had a true one though.
Yeah.
a true one because you guys are in person.
No, because like he said, when there's nothing between me that's distracting us, so I know exactly how you feel, and like I said, I know everything. When we sit together, I know everything about your life.
Yeah.
There's nothing hidden.
You guys are limited though. You guys are you're not seeing each other every day. It's not like you guys
How we limited?
because you guys
Sometimes
you
that's a good thing. I don't want to see people every day. I'm gonna be honest with you.
My point is this, because you're saying you know how people are, but you guys aren't seeing each other, so that's not clearly true. Like if you have a phone, you could text someone to really see how they feel every day.
Not really. Texting is the fakest
That's why I like calling.
communication you
Yeah.
can ever have.
I agree.
I can sit there, LOL, and I'm
No,
Not even laughing.
no.
My point is
I'll send you-
You are
I'll send-
not laughing out loud, by the way.
I'll send
Nah,
you
for sure. That's the
100
biggest lie.
laughing faces, and I'm just
Hey, and you're definitely not laughing your ass off.
No.
Okay.
But no, what I'm saying, because I don't think like back then in the 90s, you're not with someone. You can't talk to someone 24/7 to really know how they are. Yes, you can see them in person, bro, once a week, twice a week.
And again,
But
that
at the
goes back
phone-
to the second part of the question. Is that a good thing? Like, is that a bad thing?
No, because
actually?
for example, if let's say, let's say you go to school, you guys probably had emails back then, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
we had Yahoo
Yeah.
Messenger.
Okay, so like,
We did AOL. Remember AOL?
I know you're there.
But like you guys, that's a part of form of technology these days. That is just another way to communicate every day. Let's say you want an assignment, you want to talk with your classmates. Texting every day for help and everything, or you have to wait until school to see them.
Yeah, but-
it's way better.
But it's not just about communicating in texting or calling.
Right.
It's body communicating, text, talk, and all that. You know what I mean?
Guess what? We have FaceTime.
It's about the sincerity of it too, by the way. I think that's
Exactly.
what it is. Like, what generation do you feel like it was more
You know what
sincere?
I'm saying? This guy be just adding stuff more and more.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it was like, cause all that fluff, you know what I mean? All these WhatsApp groups that you're in, like, bro, just imagine how many WhatsApp groups you're in. Like, how is that sincere conversations? You know what I mean? Like, to me, it's not. Like, I think it's just it's all like, just talk. It's like there's no meanings, with the conversations, like, it became like, how's your day? It's like you're almost kind of like living numb. Like, you're just doing the same thing. Like, to me, wallah, like, I'm like growing up. That's like, imagine growing up, right? like you really had best friends. And like now when you get older and stuff, it's like, what do you have? Maybe one?
For sure.
If you're lucky. You know, a lot of the times it's your family.
Majority from school because you see them in person. That's the point. But the point is with this technology stuff, you were talking about these group chats, and yeah, you can say, oh, it's not genuine. I don't think you're ever gonna have a genuine conversation unless you really are in person and you really tell them, yo, I really want to talk.
And when were you in person more is the question. Because what this phone stuff has allowed us to do is be okay with not really seeing each other.
For sure.
Because you're still communicating with one another. I mean, I'm saying it for myself. Like, you know, bro, you want to talk to me? You know, message me or call me. You know, I'm not about to come and see you. Like, I'm busy, bro. So it's like it has allowed us to like be okay with just communicating through our phones. Whereas, you know, back then, if you really wanted to see somebody, you had to go make your way to go see that person. Hamza, T, what you guys say?
I'm baffled right now, man. You guys like both very great points from both sides, but I still feel like, I mean, it all depends on your definition of friendship. You know,
Hamza, you have a friend, let's say on, for example, video games, Xbox. Like you're able to communicate with them, text them.
okay,
You will never ever see them.
yeah, okay. Let's say if it's a friend that I've I friended him online.
Right.
You know, we've talked. You know, we're best friends. So like that's technically a good friendship online. You know, you don't expect to see him in person. So I feel like it's better for you to connect people. You know, in this generation, easier to connect, easier to talk to. You got FaceTime, you know, calls. You got literally everything for it to be a good friendship. And as long as like you're sincere, as long as you know your definition of friendship is, you know, what you like it to be.
All right, we're gonna keep it rolling, man, because I don't want to hold up on one specific topic, and we are good on time, but we do want to close this out. So, next question is: are '90s babies tougher than 2000 babies, or is each generation just dealing with completely different challenges that require different skills? And you know, we hear it a lot, Wafi. You know, this generation is soft. This generation is soft. You know, these kids. And by the way, Yusuf and Hamza are not. You know, I think they could have grew up in any generation. I'm not trying to attack you too. We're speaking in generations right now. So, you know, who wants to start? You know,
I'll start.
Go ahead, Hamza T.
It's definitely our generation, man.
What, tougher or
Yeah,
softer?
It's tougher because okay, no, listen. No, let me tell you this. Social media wise, I'm looking at it social media wise. There's you see people doing way better than you, same age, nice car, nice house, nice job, and now you're thinking to yourself, man, I have all these expectations. People are doing way better than me. Now I got to do better than them. I gotta try to get to their level at least. And now you have all this stress, you have all this anxiety. You're like, damn, now, like, am I really doing good for my age? Am I really doing bad? Am I being less? So that's where I feel like it's tougher for us.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
this makes you soft.
No, listen.
Not you personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a whole.
Yeah. Go ahead, continue, Wafi. Go ahead, finish him, Wafi.
If whatever you see, okay. All right, I see something good. I want to be like it. And now I'm working on myself.
Yeah.
Why would it stress me out? If I set up a goal to be like that person, and then I know I can't do it, alhamdulillah, I can't do it. I'm happy with what I have. But it actually makes me tougher now. How do I say this, man? It's
Finish him.
Yeah, it's I'm not gonna put the blame on them for the generation to be soft.
It's parents' fault too.
100%.
Yeah.
We had it tougher in terms of not whatever we wanted we got. So we had to work for it.
Yeah.
Me personally, my dad never bought me a phone. I had to buy my own phone. We didn't have cars back then. I was driving my dad. It was a 1980 something Honda. Man, I felt like it was a Lamborghini. Now you can lease any car. You can go outside and just lease any car.
Yeah.
You want to open a business? Boom. Now, how many females back then in our days had businesses?
None.
Now go to Instagram, open it, and do. So we had everything tough.
Yeah.
School, did you have a car back in high school?
Later.
Yeah. But freshman.
Yeah.
In our days, when I graduated, how we used to do best car, best whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Ford Fusion. I remember.
Best car.
It was a Ford Fusion.
What's wrong with the Ford Fusion?
No. What I'm saying, now you go to high school, they're all Hellcats.
Yeah.
So who had it tougher?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And I think this one is an easy win for us. Let's be honest right now, man.
I mean, I don't know. I want to like counter. I mean,
What
counter,
Hamza was saying?
Wafi. I want to agree with Hamza
All right,
about
yeah.
social media part.
So I just want to just quickly say I just, you know, built differently, man. Like we was, you know.
Well, you guys had heavier weights.
I'm gonna use our own family for an example, okay? Allah yarhamah. My dad used to chase after us when we did something wrong. Growing up, I had to be the enforcer because my dad got older and he wasn't doing nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just a minor, small example. Like for these guys,
Because
you know,
he got older, like you said.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's a factor. That's a factor of why we were tougher than you guys because our parents, you know, it was like, you know that, and Wafi mentioned it earlier, every time another kid comes, you know, they just get a little bit softer as time goes on. You know, that's why they always say that first child always gets to the toughest and they kind of open the doors for every other kid. Like, it's just naturally that, you know, every generation has just gotten softer. Like, if I had, you know, my older brothers on the show or our uncles on the show, they would say that my generation is softer than their generation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just something that they would say. And I think it's true. You know, I think the 80s was way tougher than the 90s. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, it's just one of those things.
When you say soft, are you saying as a mentality?
Everything.
Everything?
Like the way y'all handle certain situations.
Overall, okay.
Yeah, the mentality of situations. You know, the games that y'all play. Like, look at the sports. Everything is 3-pointers. Why do you think it's 3-pointers? Because nobody wants to go down the lane no more. Nobody wants to rough up and,
true.
you know, make those plays.
I've had to say about that sports, we're way, like you said, way more skilled. That's another reason why. That's why we're scoring one.
Bro, people are not even getting close to the freaking free throw line. They're shooting threes from 5 feet behind the 3-point line. Why? Because they don't want to get roughed up.
How do you think Shai won MVP, bro? Yeah, 28 games.
Well, that's Shy. He's
All right.
obviously the best player in the NBA. But go ahead.
Yeah, I want to agree with Hamza here about social media part and why we have it tougher. Cyber bullying is the number one thing.
Just know your answer right here is actually favoring us because
Let me continue. Listen,
Because we
I'm not
never
saying we have it. I'm not talking for myself.
yeah, generation.
I'm just saying the generation has it tougher because as we can agree, 2000s, unfortunately, it had more rate of younger children committing suicide because of that.
And so listen, I just want to throw this out there. People might suicide is serious and cyberbullying is serious. And wallah, I don't want to take this as a joke. But there are people that will look at that and view that as that's the reason you guys are soft.
Yeah. A lot of
You know what I'm
heads,
saying?
A lot of old heads.
Yeah. I'm just throwing it out there. And it's not a joke. And I'm a type of person, I meet people where they're at. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you about what's bothering you. If it's bothering you, I'm going to try to help you. I don't care if it's someone's comment on social media, blah, blah, blah. So I don't want to take this as a joke. But I'm just telling you guys that there's a good majority of people who view you as someone who's letting a comment on social media bother them as that's being soft.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So are the people commenting that, are they the tough guys?
No. I think they're soft. They're softer, to
They're
be honest
softer.
with you.
All right.
Yeah.
Just want to clear that out. So
Yeah.
I mean that's a big thing within that. That's why people have it tough on there. And another thing, besides social media, why we have it tougher, is just the amount. Let's say I want to put it into school perspective. And now I think online, it's for me personally, I think it's tougher than in person because you're not there in person to understand what the values are. Other than that, that's pretty much it.
You gave us the
Kind
dub.
of favoring their point.
You know, going back to social media, it's part of making this generation soft.
Yeah.
Meaning now, we did not have homeschooling. Now, using a lot of social media takes away from you communicating with people, right? Which, in our days, how many people you knew had autism? Barely any.
Yeah.
Right.
Or you barely don't hear about it. What about now? What's the number one cause?
Screens.
Screen, right? So people are not communicating with people anymore.
Face-to-face communication. Yeah.
I coach, right? Like some of the kids, you feel like something is not mentally working.
Yeah.
What, like, you want to ask their parents your kids, what do they do at home? So social media kind of does make you soft. One big topic that I wanted to bring is marriage.
Right.
Why is in this generation divorce is a common thing now?
Mm.
Or You have people that are 26, 27, 30 years old. They're not getting married. Oh, I can't do it now. I have to do this first. No, back then we just did it.
Yeah.
You know, we did not worry about what's gonna happen next. No.
Talk it out loud.
Exactly. My deen told me, Rasulullah, if you can get married, do it. It prevents you from a lot of things. And you get married, khalas, now I'm the only one that can support. I'm not gonna go ask my dad for money to support my wife. Now I have to get on my feet and do it. Now, 30 years old, get married. Oh, I can't do it, man. I don't think I can support her and support myself. You're 30. When you want to have a kid, by the time you're 40,
Right, you're expired.
Expired.
and that comes to divorce. Back then, in our generation, in the 80s, if somebody divorced a lady, well, it's a big thing. Now, left and right. Why? It's either over social media. I seen something, you seen something. We don't communicate.
Or something may have went wrong, and it's
Yeah,
over.
Exactly.
Not worth fighting for.
There's no meeting in the middle. There's no sitting down. So for instance, my mom, your mom, whatever your dad did, 2 days later, everything's okay.
Yeah.
Now, no. Because why? They thought about, I have kids to worry about. I'm not worrying about you anymore if I don't have to. But there's kids behind me that I have to worry about. Now, oh, it's okay. You can take the kid. I'm going to throw away. I'm going to go look after my life. So there's a lot of factors that why this generation is being soft. There's a lot of social media, parenting, everything. Us, we just had to do it. We had no other option.
I just want to say, you guys are saying it's soft. No. I just want to say, I think it's tough having a tougher mind when you're facing that backlash. For example, we get hate comments with us media. I think it's tough for us. So just learning to ignore and just having that discipline to not go back and forth with them. I think that builds tough mindsets.
Oh, 100%. But you see how you were talking about being bullied online? Imagine we had to face it face to face.
But we can do that too here.
But what I'm saying, back in high school,
People contact online. Yo, let's go meet up in person.
yeah, we went to the same high school.
Yeah.
Remember, sometimes you used to be fights every single day.
Yeah.
Take it. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. If a comment bothers you, something is wrong.
You're right.
I agree with that.
Something is wrong.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I think we could all agree with that part. So, believe it or not, we're down to our last question. And before we do that, I just want to give a shout out and tell you how you can follow us and, and all that other good stuff. So, first of all, we're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Apple, and Spotify podcasts, all under Oz Media. You can find all those platforms on ozmedia313.com. Shout out to the sponsors: Juice Box, Holy Bowly, Wingfellas, Bates and Mocha, Chill Box, Medical Kebab, Haley International Academy, The Family Doc, GE Preparatory Academy, and Royal Kebab. Final question is to wrap it up. Which generation genuinely had it better overall? And here's the real question. Would you trade your generation's experience for the other one if you can go back or maybe move forward, I guess, for our sake? So, which generation generally had it better overall? And would you want to grow up in a different generation? It doesn't necessarily have to be our generation. Maybe it's even further back for you guys. I'm looking at Hamza. Go ahead, Hamza T.
This answer, let's not be, acting, dumb, but it's definitely you guys' generation is way better for sure. You guys had, I feel like technology, I'm against technology. I'm not gonna lie. It was for the worst. You could use it for good, but overall, as a general population, it's been used for the worst. So I feel like your generation is way better. And would I trade my generation for yours? Honestly, no, because everything happens for a reason. Everything that in your life happened. Every loss happened. It happened for a reason. It built you who you are today. So,
yeah. With me, technology is the big difference between now and then. And how I'm gonna answer this is how you use technology. So I would, if I was back then, no, I'm sorry, today, in today's day and age, technology, I'm agree with Hamza. I'm not a fan of it, but it's the way you use it. It's how you use it. And I'm gonna use it to the best of my ability. I'm not gonna be the one who's 24/7. Like you guys were saying, 10 hours a week. It's
a day.
A day?
A
On your
day.
phone?
A day.
Oh man, that's crazy. But
Yours is probably at 7 or 8, Yusuf.
No, man, I don't
Because you
know.
on Xbox most of the
no,
time.
heck no. I'm a reader. I like to read.
Hey, name 5
promise.
books.
Come on, man. See what I'm saying?
So 6 hours on Xbox and 5 hours on the phone. That's 10 hours.
I used to be a huge Xbox. I used to play crazy, but now I'm probably like 2 hours a day, or not even 2 hours every like 2 days.
Go ahead, finish off your statement because I want to close this out.
But now I was gonna say, I still think I'd rather still have it now because of what we can with more opportunity. Like I really believe it's better. I'm not saying to be on technology 24/7. I'm saying to use it when you have to or when you need to. Like let's say for example you get stranded with your car. And like what are you gonna do? You can call for help. Obviously you could do it yourself, but having that phone is a huge blessing.
I mean, obviously, I'm gonna say ours was better overall. And I would not switch up for anything. I think I was born at a good time where like I got a chance to see the old school mindset, and now we have to adapt to this new a wave of living where technology has taken over, and it's just like you kind of balancing both, and you get a best of both worlds, and it's like you want to hold on to those values of the old school mindset and then use it to, because I feel like us people who still have that old school mindset are like the rare people now. Because everyone else is like, there's a bunch of followers, literally and figuratively, right? A lot of followers in this world. And I think the leaders of this world are the people who hold on to those old school values of, being, just taking things for what they are and not looking too deep into situations. So like, that's why I think it's at a good point. I had uncles in front of me, my brothers, and kind of like the middle child where I got these young now where I can teach them, and so it's a great area. So I would not want to change how I was born, but I definitely think the '90s was better than the 2000s. Wafi?
You're absolutely right, man.
Yeah,
I would hold on to it.
yeah,
It's like you said, we're in the middle in between the 80s and the 20s.
yeah.
We learn from the 80s, and we'll try to pass it down to these youngsters.
Yeah.
So it's I'll definitely stick with the 90s because, like I said, think when you don't have something, you work for it.
Yeah.
Like he said, when you get stranded, your car broke down. I give me a phone. Don't give me a screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you didn't have a phone. You will learn how to fix a car by yourself. You see what I'm saying? So, once again, it's not like an individual thing, but it's as a whole.
Yeah.
It kind of changed a lot, which is technology did break down a lot of people, a lot of families, a lot of cultures.
Yeah.
So 90s was, even if there's something bad around the world, you would never heard of. So you would think the world is peaceful.
But there's no way you guys could say that back then it was better than now. I'm saying like let's say
We just did, Yusuf.
no, because I'm saying right now today if you were to like you can't say because having that phone gives you so much more things, bro. I keep repeating myself.
I guess the advantage is I know you said like the world was peaceful. I mean, sometimes it's good to be informed on what's going on because like for instance, I will give an example like Palestine, like people wouldn't be on it as much as because if it wasn't for social media and on your phone. So there is positives to it, but overall, we're saying overall.
Yeah, that's the big thing overall.
Yeah, overall,
Still,
it's
more good than bad in my opinion.
For the
I still
90s.
think so. No,
more.
I'm talking about
more bad
when
than good.
when using your phone, it's way more good than
It's
bad.
more bad than good. No.
See, here's the thing. If we use it for the good, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
But do you monitor your kids when they use
There's
it?
always bad and good and everything.
What I'm saying is, do we monitor our kids? We're busy ourselves on our cell phones to look over them.
Right.
Like I said, I coach kids. People, you see, they're lost. Like sometimes you want to open their heads and see what operates in their brain. Like what's going on. Something's not right.
Yeah.
So it kind of like when you look at like, okay, how's my kids gonna be later on? How is their kids gonna be? So yeah, I think the 90s is a plus, man. It was the best thing that ever happened to us, I guess.
Listen, we could debate this for the rest of our lives. Obviously, there's no right or wrong answer. We just wanted to have this fun conversation. Can we give a round of applause to Coach Wafi in the building? Appreciate him as always for coming through. Shout out to Hamza. Shout out to Yusuf. Shout out to Ramsey in the back doing his thing as well. This was season 5, episode 11 of Oz Media's Motivate Me 313 podcast, the ultimate debate. 90s babies versus 2000 babies. We're settling it once and for all. Thank you guys for coming on. I hope you enjoy this episode. We like to have a little bit of fun every now and then on these shows. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you all next time. Take it easy.